just wanted to give you a quick intro to SEO for neurologists, just to give you a basic idea of what you would need to do as a neurologist or as a neurology practice manager in order to show up higher on Google for things people are searching for that are related to your services. Let's go ahead and go for one of the top keywords, which is neurologists near me, and we'll talk about how to get up here. So first of all, we have some bigger players here that are running ads. That's going to be expensive to compete with them because obviously they have big budgets. So you got Barrow, Mayo, and I'm not as familiar with the Core Institute, but certainly these two are really big players in town. But if you go down a little bit, again, Barrow, but if you scroll down a little ways, you see you have opportunities for local neurology practices to show up. You have Arizona Neurology Care doing good here, Neurology Associates of Foothills Neurology. This is called the local pack. So these results are actually pulled from Google Maps. So the same way you rank in here is how you're going to rank with Google Maps. This is very proximity specific. So you'll notice they're basically showing me some of the closer clinics to where I'm physically located. I'm located currently in downtown Mesa, so it's showing me nearby locations. So you can improve your ranking here, and you can certainly get more positive reviews, which is also going to really help in another way. But the main thing to realize here is the proximity requirement to rank. So you're not going to rank 20 miles away, 30 miles away very easily. You can rank really close. Now as you scroll down a little bit, it's a little bit easier to rank for some of these things locally without having to be exactly in that area. So this site right here, this is actually a site that does a good job of being the go-to resource, Google's go-to resource for Mesa neurologists. So you can see they're outranking Yelp, Health Grades, Medifind, and all these other sites, hospitals. And so, if you create that go-to page, you can actually outrank a lot of these guys. So me as an SEO, I'm not as focused on these ads up here. We used to run ads for these terms back in the day, but now that you're competing with these major players, obviously the costs are going up. So my suggestion is to try to rank here and organically. There's a large subset of the population that will also skip all the ads and go straight to the organic results. The other thing is sometimes you'll get an AI overview, which means you'll have an AI summary of the page show up here pretty high on the page, which is another opportunity to rank organically. So organic results means you're not paying for these placements. So nobody's paying to be in the top 3 here, and they're not paying to be in here. And if they're in some of these mentions here, they're also not paying for these. These are all organic. So I'm going to talk about how to get the organic results. So just a few quick things here. As far as like the local pack here goes, these companies are getting a lot of reviews, especially a lot of positive reviews. That's helping them show up higher. Having their keywords in the business name. So, like for example, here we have neurology, we have neurology, neuroscience, and we have neurology again. So they have an important keyword, which is neurology, in the business name, which Google knows to associate with neurologists. The other important thing is what category they're in. What's their primary category? So let me go back. So a lot of times I can click on this, and the primary category for these guys is medical clinic. They're a medical clinic in Chandler, Arizona, which is not going to rank as high. And they are ranking pretty high here because I'm really close to this location and because they have a lot of really good reviews. Other reasons, but ideally you want to be a neurologist. So when your category matches the search, you're going to show up higher. The open hours, you're going to show up higher when you're open. And then Other than that, you just want to fill out your review as completely as possible, keep adding fresh photos, see if your patients will add photos. You want to get lots of reviews, and you want to make your profile here appealing so people can click through. You can see this one is not as appealing because of the lower view score as, for example, this one. So they're going to get more clicks just because of the higher reviews. Your Q&A, you can ask the questions and answer the questions yourself, making it more thoroughly filled out. You can see there's actually no answer here for this question. I see this come up a lot with neurologists. Do any of the doctors here specialize in POTS, or do they handle POTS? And most don't, and so we should answer that. So these are some of the factors that allow people to rank higher. How frequently you're getting reviews, not just how many reviews you have or how high the score is, but how frequently. There's also like click data. So Google is looking to see how many people are searching for these locations, how many people are going to these locations using their GPS. So Google's looking at the traffic volume, click volume. So these are some of the factors that affect this. I don't want to dig too deep into it, but that gives you an idea up there. Down here, what helps you be right here is keyword optimization on this page. So getting the right keywords in the right places throughout this page. That's what's going to help the most here. You can see that the word neurologist is mentioned several times. Just search for it and see how many times. So it's 37 times. This is for the city of Mesa. So Mesa is mentioned 24 times. So you can see this comes up quite a lot. And so Google knows to associate this page with those keywords. Okay, so you can do on-page optimization. The other thing that Google looks at is what pages are linking back to this page. So on this site, what they're going to do is link other pages to this Mesa neurology page because they want it to rank high. It's an important page. And they're going to also link other pages, like other websites. If you can get other websites to link to this page or to link to your homepage, and then sort of by osmosis, that link juice trickles down to this page, that's going to help because Google's looking at off-page signals, right? So if you have journalists, the news media talking about your website, linking to it, then it's more prominent and Google's going to feature it more prominently. And then the other thing is your own content on your site. If you're answering a lot of people's questions and putting out a lot of good content, and then those pages link back to this target sales page, that's going to help it rank higher. So links back to it, both internal links from your site and external, a lot of content, a lot of valuable content answering people's questions, linking back to this. The keyword optimization on this page, all those things play a factor. And so that kind of gives you an idea for how to do SEO for this keyword. Now this is a high value keyword. It's a little bit difficult to rank high for this one. So another thing that you can do is, try to rank for like Alzheimer's doctors. So you can go after some of these more long tail keywords, right? And try to get, again, we see some of the same players here are also ranking for these terms. But, you could be you could be the go-to, company that's for Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, whatever, for your whole metro area. And you'd be surprised how much additional business or interest that gets you for your own SEO. So this is just a quick, simple explanation of how SEO works. I just want to close it out with talking a little bit about the ads. So there are sponsored results up here. This is an auction, so you not only bid for a position, but also depending on how much Google likes your ad or your ad landing page, that can play a factor in your bid. So you could actually, this person could be a lower bidder than Caring.com, but their landing page might be more relevant according to Google. So then they have to pay less. So there's multiple factors there. So anyway, hopefully that gives you a good idea, like a sort of brief idea of what SEO would entail for a neurology practice. Me and my team, that's what we do, SEO for neurologists and other medical doctors. We have an awesome medical editor. We have an awesome content team. We crank out a lot of content, and we do a lot of off-page work to get you those authority signals that Google likes to see so that you rank high. So hit me up if you're interested. Please like and follow my content if you want to learn more. And I hope you have a good rest of your day.